Hey there folks, Red-Haired Maniac here once again. Don't really have a whole lot to rant on today. Do have a topic I will want to speak on. It's a kind of a mechanics issue. I do a lot of mechanic tinkering with role-playing games in general. Less D&D, but other systems, Savage Worlds, Shadowrun, a little bit of World of Darkness, though not very much at all. But something that I do is I play a lot of horror-based role-playing games, a lot of Deadlands, a lot of Chill back in the day, a little bit of Call of Cthulhu, which I find great for one-shots but not so good for campaigns, but that's another segment. So basically fear in role-playing games, and as it stands, and currently, and if there's examples of other ways this works in other systems, I haven't seen it yet. Say you have an intrepid party of adventurers. They're mighty, they're heroic, maybe they're just starting out, but they're a cut above average. And say they're walking through the forest or through a dungeon, and they turn the corner, and here's the big, scary monster. And some games will have you make what's called a fear check, a morale check, a fright check, whatever. You roll some dice. Depending on what's happening, 9 times out of 10, if you fail it, your hero is a quivering mess of nerves and runs the hell away, or gains a major phobia, or in the cases of like Deadlands Hell on Earth, just has a fucking heart attack and dies. While that is appropriate for some settings, it's not really why people play role-playing games, and that's something I've had to learn over 40 years. Because I went through my realistic phase, and I'm still kind of in it to a certain degree. But people play role-playing games to play characters, people who are better than themselves in situations. You know, average person walking down the street, mugger jumps out, pulls out a knife, or pulls out a gun, give me your money. 90 times out of 100, 9 times out of 10, however you want to say it, you pretty much drop the wallet and say, take it, man, it's not worth it to me. Whereas a hero will basically say, fuck you, fuck that, I'm beating the shit out of you, and then proceed to do so. Is it dumb? Yes. Is it realistic? No, that's why it's called fantasy. But going back to the topic, fear in RPGs. My big thing with it is, and it's a kind of a mechanical concept I've been tinkering with in my head for a bit, I've never really put down on paper. What if, instead of, say, the hero runs away, or the player character, is basically useless and turned into an NPC, and thus, meanwhile, the player's just sitting there going, wow, I'm going to spend the next half hour to 45 minutes just sitting here on my ass, while the rest of my friends have fun, because my character is afraid. That's adds up to no fun for that character. Now, the concept I've been tinkering with, is the possibility of, okay, a party of young adventurers, they're not real experienced, not real seasoned, go into a dungeon, none of them have ever seen, say, a zombie or a vampire or something worse, but they turn a corner, they push open a sarcophagus lid, or whatever the situation is, and hey, here comes the big scary monster, boo. They make their check. They're fine. And they say, hey, I got this. This is scary, but I can deal with it. They miss it, they don't run away, they don't really panic. Give them a penalty to their actions for sticking around until they take some time to get their wits together. Which may be, you can say, hey, if you're going to get your wits together, you pretty much have to run out of sight of the monster. And then if you come back, you'll have to make another check. But it will take them out for a round or two while they gather their courage or their strength. And we see this many times in a lot of movies. It's like, hey, that scares me, I'm running over here. But I gotta face it. So, okay, let's go. So, in the case of D&D, D20, you make your check, or you miss your check, you give them a penalty based on how much they miss it by. Say they need a 20 or better, and they end up with a 16. They missed it by 4, give them a -2, which is like 4 divided by 2. For pretty much all their skill rolls, their combat rolls, saves, and whatever, because their just mind is in kind of half vapor locked. Like, I'm here, I don't really want to be here, but I'm here. Now, if they want to go run and gather their wits, that's fine. They make another check, they're good. I play a lot of Savage Worlds, and basic target number for any of that's 4. And if you know how Savage Worlds works, you know that's pretty much a dead average, depending on what die you're rolling for it, because it uses dice for skills and stats and whatnot. You know, you make it, you're good. Scarier monsters give you a penalty to the roll. And for that, I would do it like either a -1 for every one you miss it, or maybe a -1 for every 4 you miss it, depending. Or fraction of 4. Which will then kind of limit the penalty a little bit. Given the target number is basically 4, if it's a really scary monster, it might be 8. Unless you're rolling 1 or 2, that'd be a -6. You should probably leave at that point. With a variation, it might be -2. But basically, the whole point is it allows players to make the decision to run away, as opposed to being forced to by the game rules or artificial mechanic. They can stay and fight if they want to, but their efforts are going to be hampered by their own. They're being betrayed by their own psyches. That's really all I've got for that, and all I've got for this topic is just a matter of, after 40 years of RPGs, I've seen where literally every game does it this way. It's, oh, you screw your fear, messed your fear check, you missed your morale check, you pretty much shit your pants and leave. Again, really kind of makes it no fun for the player. He's there to be someone who's better than who he is. Someone he's not. He's above average. He's a hero. He's going to go on to do great things. Or he's going to go wet himself in the corner, hugging his knees while his friends actually save him. That's basically my point. That's it for now. I'm going to drop another video after this one, which is not going to really be topicked on anything. It's just basically going to be, I don't know, a little shout out to people, and a little shout out to people who might be looking to get some publicity, however little I generate. But that's it for now. Signing off on this one. Talk to you in a bit, folks. Peace.